Namaste, welcome to this video. My name is Sureka from Soma Guidance. Today in this Let's Chat series of the videos, we're going to explore 5 aspects of movement and fitness which contribute to our overall health and well-being. And these are flexibility and mobility, stamina versus endurance, and finally, strength. Each are supporting each other, yet there are clear distinctions to be made between each of these areas. Defining and understanding these areas intelligently can help you in your overall practice of yoga, increasing not just your success as a practitioner, but also improving your clarity in your daily yoga practice. After all, yoga is for life, not just a 21-day challenge. Flexibility is actually one of the most obvious reasons that people sign up for a yoga class. Looking at a practitioner and a posture, it's very clear to see that a person is flexible because they can stretch in and out of a movement easily, whilst also turning and twisting. But there's so much more to what is happening in a pose, and we're going to explore those areas now. There are 2 key aspects of movement that are important to define and understand when you're following any kind of exercise program, and these are flexibility and mobility. Flexibility is actually your body's ability to move into a posture with some assistance. For instance, the floor, gravity, walls, or even belts can help us expand into our body's maximum flexion state of movement. It's the muscle's capacity to lengthen. This is known as a passive movement. Mobility, on the other hand, is your body's ability to move through a range of motion without any external assistance. Mobility is therefore known as an active or dynamic movement because it's your own capability which is determining that range of movement. Just as a simple exploration into this idea, I invite you to just take your hand in front of you and move your finger up unaided. This is the mobility of your index finger. Now, with your other hand, gently continue to lift the finger back to explore the range of motion and lengthen it. This is the flexibility of the finger. Creating the space between the range of mobility and flexibility is your desired goal. It means that your natural range of movement is equally as powerful as your flexibility.
Yoga is not only symbolic of flexibility, but the two go hand in hand. One of the main benefits of practicing yoga regularly is increased flexibility. In many professional runners' careers, many of them now are using yoga as a way to increase their performance. How would they be doing this, I wonder? Well, here's the thing. Ultramarathoners and athletes are making time on the mat their priority. Our sedentary lifestyles and having desk jobs means we are more predisposed to inflexibility in all areas of our body. Common areas like tight hamstrings, tight hips, tight gluteus muscles, upper shoulders, back muscles, all of these areas are intrinsically where most people are tight. Taking the spine in 3 different movements means, in Surya Namaskar, we are facilitating the flow of energy through our central nervous system. Forward bending, back bending, and inversion are the 3 areas of our spine that we're moving in Surya Namaskar. And overall, this is aiding our health and our well-being of our spinal column. Somebody once said, you are as young as your spine. Asanas initially focus on increasing and maintaining the flexibility of the spine. Not only are they toning, but also rejuvenating our overall nervous system. Yet the repetitions through the asana or stretching postures are also creating further flexibility also to the joints and the muscles in the body. For example, let's think about standing forward fold, Uttanasana. It is working on elongating and creating flexibility, not only in your spine, but also in your hamstrings, the back of the thighs. This is a really important area, as well as the hips. Mackinder Stills stated in his Yoga Manual Structural Yoga Therapy book, in Surya Namaskar, because of the counterposing flexion, forward bending, and extension, back bending, through the asanas and the spine, it is one of the most effective methods to gain flexibility. Joint mobility to some yoga teachers is considered to be one of the most important aspects to the physical practice of yoga. Joint mobilizing exercises are an essential component in keeping the body in optimum health, safeguarding against disease. Joint mobility is greatly enhanced in yoga, and doing Surya Namaskar for the last 15 days, I'm sure you will recognize a shift and change in your increased mobility, particularly in your spinal movements. For example, in your step up from your lunge to standing forward bend, where your hips have increased mobility, this is a key area as mentioned. In your tracker form, add these developments and observations as you see and find them. This progress is constantly changing, and the stiffness that you were experiencing perhaps at the very first day, the onset of the challenge, is now beginning to dissipate. Notice these changes. The warming up exercise we gave you on day 1 of the challenge will have also been giving you the opportunity to assist in mobilizing your key joints before practicing Surya Namaskar.
We determine someone as being fit when we recognise that they have mastered their ability to exceed normal ranges of human ability. Now we're going to explore 2 factors which work in tandem to make someone stand out from the crowd in their personal fitness standards. The first of these is stamina. Stamina is prolonging and increasing our optimal performance level in a set period of time and or distance. This means we're sustaining an ideal posture and form over increased periods of time to master and optimize an overall experience of health and well-being. The second factor to consider as a marker of fitness is endurance. Endurance differs from stamina because it's not a physical expression, but rather a metaphysical expression of health. It's having the capacity to finish what you started, no matter the outcome. This is what is commonly known as mind over matter. The mind is the crux which enables us to achieve and push our mind to its limits and move beyond them. Endurance is also synonymous with the notions of forbearance, tolerance, and resilience. These are very important aspects in our spiritual development and practice. In fact, these core principles are taught in monasteries, temples, ancient texts, and even modern-day stories intended to inspire our hearts and imaginations into moral and ethical actions. As well as giving us motivation to break boundaries within our mind, endurance also allows us to set boundaries in our minds, bringing self-control and restraint of our sense organs as a central practice to self-realization.
Endurance in our practice of Surya Namaskar is what will take us from our bed to our yoga mat, and from round 1 to round 21. A common expression in the wellness field is mind, body, and soul. Endurance is the union of our mind and the body with the assistance from our breath. Our breath is carrying the vital essence of life, prana, to get us to our desired goal. In short, stamina can give you the capacity to run the race, but it's with endurance that you will be able to complete the race. Yoga can improve our concentration and also our practice of balancing between the postures, action, non-action, or movement and then relaxation, witnessing what arises when you are in the pose, whether it's 5 seconds or 5 minutes, can further enhance your connection into your own endurance. This is what we are aiming to do during our practice of Surya Namaskar. Endurance is also about going beyond your expected norms, about taking some risk along the way to push yourself beyond your regular expectation. Just think about where you started on day one at the beginning of your challenge, how much you have overcome in this journey just 15 days in, how your mind and body and through your practice has evolved.
Strength is not endurance. It's not mobility, stamina, or flexibility. So, what is strength? Strength is simply how much force you can apply or produce against an external resistance. This includes pulling, supporting, lifting, or pushing. Simply put, it's the productive application of force. The more productive your body becomes at focusing force, the stronger your body will become and the stronger you are overall. Strength is also about whether you can apply yourself to a given task by bringing focused attention into the muscles from your mind. In this way, we can understand that by building our strength in our bodies, we're also changing our mind because we are changing the memories that are stored in these muscles. Building our muscle strength can therefore be understood as the internal mechanism fueling our transformation from one conditioned state into a new conditioned state.
The health of the spine is integral to our well-being. Surya Namaskar not only moves and mobilises the spinal column, but it also strengthens the overall health of the spine. Remember, you are as young as your spine. The repetitive nature of Surya Namaskar means we are constantly building muscle memory in the body. As you may have noticed just from day one of the challenge until today, day 15, you are seeing a remarked shift or change in your body. The upper body is probably where you are seeing and feeling more of this marked change. The shoulders, the triceps, the biceps, they will feel more toned, strengthened and lengthened from the repetitions. For example, just looking at Chaturanga, your plank pose, you are using core strength to hold your body weight against gravity, using also your biceps and triceps and quadriceps, the front of your thighs. Again, looking at downward facing dog, it is also actively building strength in your shoulders and upper body as you invert your body upward against gravity. The 8-point touch or push-up element and cobra are also actively engaging the muscles of your upper body, thus strengthening these key areas. Your core area and the diaphragm are also opening up and being strengthened at the same time. In Hasta Uttanasana, the first back bend in Surya Namaskar, we are opening up the chest and strengthening the intercostal muscles, which are the muscles between the rib cage.
So, having covered these various aspects of movement, we hope you've had some interesting aha moments to ponder over. And perhaps before, during or after your practice, you can contemplate honestly and humbly about how you, in your body, mind and soul, are connected and speaking through your mobility, your flexibility, your endurance, stamina, and your strength. Also, how is it that you might want to move forward from this point in your own personal practice?
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found the content of interest to you on this exploratory journey of 21-day yoga charity challenge. Sureka and I thank you a lot watching it, and please like and comment. Your comments mean a lot to us. They motivate us to get us to do more content and to make important content and stuff that you want to see and listen to. So Soma Guidance is offering you a 10% on any of her Sureka's services and consultations through the run up to the 21st of June, and for those that would like to join a class, they're very welcome to come along if they're a new client for free for their first class. So thanks again for watching, and see you soon. Namaste.